very special interview of the Ramcast. Today I'm here with one of our actual members of AV Club. They are very, very honored, and I'm very happy to have them on here to display some of their work, and I will give them their spotlight to introduce themselves.
So, hello everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Shawna. I've been part of the Ramcast since the very beginning. If you've stuck around for a while, you may know me from the hot dog question from the first season. But something you really may not know about me is that I like to write a lot. And I've prepared a few things, and I'm going to talk about that today. So
you do poetry and such like that. We learned that you recently have actually published your work. Where can we find your work?
So currently, nowhere. It's currently in the publishing process. It takes like 2 months or so. It could take more. It really just depends on where, you publish your stuff. But when it is eventually published, you guys will be able to find it on the website Blue Marble Review. That's where I've been publishing my stuff, and thanks to Mr. Mays for helping me find the website.
Why did you decide to write poetry?
I guess, I have been writing for a long time just in English classes. And, it just one day I was like, hey, I really like this. And, I just kept writing, and I found that poetry really just kind of stuck with me. I found myself reading it a lot of the times. And I think what really, really started, though, is when I was in Miss Maxie's class, not Miss Bliffen, but I wrote this poem down, and as just for an assignment, she's like, this is really good, and she handed me this book full of poetry, and at the time I was like, I'm not reading that, but then eventually one day I did, and I really liked it.
So you can say that your teachers are very inspirational and very nurturing of your poetry and your love of it, supplying you with not just other material, but really, really encouraging you to write more. So is there one specific teacher that's helping you out publishing, or is there a couple other teachers?
Right now, it's just Mr. Mays helping me. He's been very, very helpful, though. He's definitely been a really good teacher so far, and I'm really happy to have him and help me there as somebody who has published stuff before. It's Mr. Jeremy Mays is the one helping me.
I'm going to ask a two-part question because some people will find this as like a major thing that they need to know. Is there a cost to publishing? And if so, how much are you spending to publish your work?
Well, personally, I haven't spent any money. Usually they pay you, from what I've seen, they pay you to publish your stuff. But I'm sure there's some out there, like some higher stuff out there where you have to pay like a publishing fee or something.
So why poetry? Or, better question, what kind of poetry do you write?
Well, it's just a mix of everything, really. I write free verse stuff, rhyming, or even acrostic. That's the word I was looking for. But usually it's just whatever comes to my mind. It's usually a lot of romance stuff, and I think that's just the teenager part of me. Just reading.
We hopeless romantics gotta stick together, man.
You gotta stick together. But yeah, I just write really what comes to my mind. I actually use music a lot of the time to get some inspiration to write.
Do you have any advice or any tips for those who are wanting to publish, or do you think they should publish?
Well, yes, actually. If you're really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're really, what?
Enthusiastic?
Enthusiastic, that is the word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're really enthusiastic about something you write, if you think it's really, really good, just, put it out there for people to see. Definitely. It'll help you in the future too, and you get paid for it. So why not? Why not? So, and to answer your other question, yes, I actually have prepared a few tips, to just like help people out if they want to publish. Okay, so the first tip I have is to give people feedback on your work. This is a very, very crucial thing, And I mean, it could be anybody, and just have them tell you things you like, or, things they like, things they don't like. It really helps getting other people's perspective. The second thing that I have, the second tip I have for you guys is to do research on where you publish your work. A lot of places they have format rules or minimum of words, or they have even maximum of words, that you can put into where you publish. So just definitely keep an eye out for that. And the third tip I have for you guys is to have patience. Publishing takes time. For poetry, it can take weeks or even months, but for books, it can take up to years of what I've seen. So now, I think it would be a great time for me to read a piece that I wrote. It's called The House of Mulberry Avenue, and I hope you enjoy it. The House of Mulberry Avenue. A sigh leaves my lungs as I turn onto Mulberry Avenue. A heavy feeling in my heart as memories flood back. I pull into the driveway of a now empty lot, though I still see it in my head, the house standing tall in front of me. A chipped white picket fence, brick stairs leading to the porch. Lights on in the living room, muffled voices coming from inside. A hand draws back a curtain from the kitchen window, peering out with a smile before waving before walking to the door. Though the door never opens, never revealing the insides, the place I once knew so well, only a photo remains a reminder. In my palm it sits torn and dusty, fighting with the cold wind. But I can still see us both in front of our fireplace. Where we used to feel warmth, the comfort of our home, it's turned frozen, hands covered in frostbite. I pull a lighter from my pocket, taking one last look before I flick the light, turning the memory to ash. I look back at the house. Smoke rises from the top. Windows shatter from the heat. Ash rains like snow. The heaviness from my heart, rises from my heart as the house fades from my view. No longer what I once knew, the House of Mulberry Avenue.
Wait, no, for poetry, are you supposed to snap?
Yeah.
So, I guess for an explanation of the poem, the main person in the poem is returning to somewhere they used to call home, but now it sits empty, just a blank lot. Imagine, some tumbleweeds going by, just nothing there. And this is slow. Okay, this one. But the person can still see the house in their head. They remember how things used to be. The house is engraved in their head. They pull out a photo. It's a memory they used to associate with joy, but it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't leave the warmth that it did before, leaving the memory cold and frostbitten. So there's nothing left to enjoy from the memory. So they pull out a lighter and they burn the photo, burning the memories that came along with it. The house that they once imagined with joy has turned into a storm of ash and smoke. Hence, it's no longer what I once knew, the House of Mulberry Avenue. And I guess I'll hand it off.
Yeah, this was really, really awesome, and I personally, again, this is like my favorite one of theirs, so it's really hard to pick a favorite because they have such good poetry. Highly suggest that whenever their stuff is fully published, please go check it out. It's really awesome, and we would love for them to get the credit that they deserve. We're really proud of them. Do you have anything you'd like to say to them or to really anybody in general?
Keep writing.
Please.
Keep writing.
Please.
Don't ever stop.
So why don't we turn this over to our next segment about our time-traveling reporter, James, who has just gotten back from therapy, I believe. I didn't know they had that back then.
Me either.
Thank you, and it's good to be back after such a long time. Thankfully, with these pills, I can suppress those horrible memories. Ah! Anyways, I'm here at the fall of the Berlin Wall. Thousands of protesters have gathered to witness the unity of East and West Germany. After the Second World War, the Allied powers and Soviet Union split Germany between themselves to stop the resurgence of Nazism and because the Soviets wouldn't leave. The wall was built in 1961, roughly 20 years after the war. And now, after another 20 years, the wall will finally fall. This is James Tolley signing off. And if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go get a chunk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ramcast announcements. I'm very, very happy to have this great show with you guys, and we even have a few different segments, some of which are new, some of which are just a sweet little interview from one of our favorite members. So why don't we get right into it, shall we? This is my lovely co-host, Kasey, who is back. Yay! We're so glad you're back. We're so happy you're here, Kasey. We are now back with Olivia as well, one of our new freshmen that we are so glad to have you for. And then we also have Audrey as well. We are so glad to have you guys as our freshman members and to have this club keep growing and growing. So why don't we quit rambling and get into it, all right? So for any students who might have missed the special meeting with Jostens yesterday, or whichever day that was, since it might have been a few days since that was done, they may pick up the information in the main office. The Jostens people will be back on Friday, September 22nd to take orders, and he will be in the cafeteria during every lunch period. So 4th, 5th, and 6th, he will all be in there for you.
Photo day is Tuesday, October 10th. Any student who has not been photographed or would like to get their photo retaken for the yearbook should go to the photographer that day. The photographer will be in F lobby. Students can go before school, during lunch, or if the teacher gives them permission.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's in red and I can't see
You're
it.
way too far away, aren't you?
Well, it's in red.
Yeah,
Chess team, That's what it's about, chess team.
No.
Okay, hang on. Is
Does
red
it say
bad for everybody?
I can see it. I can read it.
I can see it, but it's kind of hard.
So no more red. All right.
Okay, you said
Let's get through
it's
this
chess
now.
team.
Yeah,
Chess team,
chess
yeah.
team. Meet on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay, so the chess team will be meeting on Mondays and Wednesdays, so don't forget about that. If you're on the chess team or if you're interested in the chess team, please do that Mondays and Wednesdays.
3:15 to 5:15.
From 5:15.
From 3:15 to 5:15 p.m. after school in 115B, Mr. England's classroom.
There we go.
And Audrey? 2. Okay, basketball.
And anyone who still wants to join High Try should see Miss Lovin in the main office. Dues for this year are $2, and they will be planning for the Sweetheart Dance very soon, so it's very exciting. Only members of High Try can help, though, obviously.
Yeah, it's kind of like how certain clubs have certain things only they can do. Like, I believe, is it in student council who does HOCO, and then High Try does Sweetheart, and then prom is done by just a select group of juniors and seniors, I believe.
Yes,
Don't
you have
quote me.
to sign up in the Google Classroom with Miss Davis to
Yeah.
be able to do that.
But specifically, don't worry about prom if you're wanting to join and be a part of that. That's for much later on in the year. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Open mat wrestling will begin this week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3:30 in the turf room. Bring shoes for both running and wrestling. You'll need them. I've seen some of those wrestling kids. You'll need them.
Students interested in joining youth in government, please see Miss Pilson in C231. Lifesaver applications are available now. If you want to help people, you should consider joining Lifesavers. Lifesavers prevent suicide and provide support for students in a midlife crisis.
In a midlife crisis?
All students in midlife crisis. Yeah, plug teachers into that. That would have been awesome. Okay, so we're gonna
That
get back to the
Lifesavers,
top of that
Lifesavers
okay.
is pushed in.
I'll
Lifesavers
use that.
isn't supposed to be
Good
here.
stuff. I love that.
Lifesavers is in the wrong area. There's no space in between it and youth and government.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because they're
Okay.
both blue and there's no space in between them. That's what I was confused about.
Hold on, I lost my thought.
Okay, so can we?
I found it.
Can we start from the lifesavers then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we could start from youth and government as well.
What youth and government happened to them? So let's just Couple breaks, start Lifesavers.
Okay. Lifesaver applications are available now if you want to help people. You should consider joining Lifesavers. Lifesavers prevent suicide and provide support for students in crisis. Their training retreat this year will be November 17th through 19th. For For applications or for more information, please see Mrs. Edwards in B102. Applications are due on Tuesday, September
26.
26th. I can't see that.
Oh my god.
Who's next?
Olivia? We gotta change to the things.
Also, Manufacturing Day is coming up real soon. So if you're interested in anything in the manufacturing field, such as like Continental, National Railway, I think some Bennett Metal thing around here, that's the main places that I know of. You can sign up in the CTE office, and that's on October 10th is the trip. So make sure if you want to go, you go to the CTE office and get your papers.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
me too, honestly.
And I think I'm hungry for these delicious snacks.
I mean, I am. Those cookies are
I know, right? Casey, do you want to look at this with me while she talks about their club?
I'm jealous. FCCLA is having their fundraiser, and all proceeds go to foods classes and FCCLA needs. And if you would like to order or check out any of their stuff, go check in with is it Mrs.
Hayden.
Hayden or
Hayden.
Hayden with Mrs. Hayden in C103, or you could see or you can see a member or what? See an FCCLA member or some food students have order forms as well.
These look so delicious. Wait, what would you guys get? If you could get one thing off of here for free, what would you get?
I'd get the cookies. I'd get the
Chocolate chip cookies, because I'm really picky. Only the chocolate chip cookies and the pepperoni pizza for real.
I really like strawberry flavored things, so probably something strawberry, like the butter braid.
I would kill for a strawberry cream cheese butter bread. Anyway, we're getting off topic. We're hungry. Do you want to bring a non-MVTHS student to HOCO? Fear not. So long as you have your guest form completely filled out and turned into the attendance office and approved before tickets. Mind you, all of this needs to be done before your tickets are sold. They will be getting sold very soon. Make sure you have all of this turned in. But then you can have your non-MVTHS guest join you at your HOCO. They must be turned in and approved by Monday, September 25th. Again, you need to have them turned in before the day that you buy them. And they need to be approved by Monday, September 25th.
Adding on to that, before the next announcement, tickets will be sold Mondays the 25th through the 28th. You will not be able to buy tickets after the 28th. Moving on. All students parking in student parking should have their visible tag in their car. Ms. Deaton will be putting warning stickers on the cars that do not have ones on this week. Park in your spot, and if you do not have one, go see Ms. Deaton in F117 to get one. Now.
Is somebody parking in your spot?
Yes.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll take that, which I can understand. It is very frustrating to get somebody to park in your spot, but I'm gonna sit a little farther away from you now.
No, Savannah, stay.
Is anybody else like totally freaked out right now?
So Miss Dean will definitely get on you, so just please do that. Also, athletic office they're still selling their season passes for $25, so if you want one of those, make sure you go get one because all regular season sports have started, so just please go get those. It's really nice.
The Java Magazine staff has several copies of Java magazines from 2017 to 2023 for only $5 each. Only $5, that's crazy. Java Magazine 2023 was co-edited by Alistair
Clody. Yeah.
I can't read. Ever.
No, that's fine. We will totally step in and tell you how to pronounce names if you need it. Where are we looking?
Oh God. It restarted. 2026 and Grace Matthews 26 as well. This is the first Java to feature a calendar layout, and each Java is filled with student and staff poetry, prose, and artwork. Stop zooming in. I can read just fine. Well, and be sure to be enjoyed for years to come. Please stop by room C114 during third period. Come by C127 after school. Make checks payable to MVTHS or pay in cash, please. Java magazines really appreciate your support.
This one's really important to me. Okay,
Happy birthday, Savannah's dad!
it's belated birthday. His birthday was yesterday as time of filming this, but it was his birthday yesterday. I will take this opportunity to mention I will be doing this with the rest of my family. You are all getting embarrassed if you see this video and any other videos of your birthdays. You will be embarrassed, I promise you. Anyway, did you guys have anything you wanted to add? Any last minute announcement that you could think of? Or, because I know you had that really good point about the tickets. Did anybody else have anything last minute they wanted to add? Or, any other news they had besides our awesome members in AV who do poetry? It's awesome.
Go read it now.
Very, very awesome.
Go read it.
It's great.
When it gets published.
Yeah,
Read it.
please go read it whenever it's published. We love them. They did great. They've been working on poetry for a long time, and we hope that they go far. So that has been today's Ramcast. Thank you so very much for watching. Make sure to hit the like, sub, and give us a little comment down below and tell us what's a good criticism.
Is this Disney Channel?
It's a YouTube channel,
You're
okay?
watching Disney Channel.
Don't worry, we'll fix it post.
So anyway.
Done. Hurrah! It's over.
Okay.